say a little bit here about the Citadel. That's who we play Saturday. So we have our last home game this Saturday, and then we, of course, finish the season at South Carolina at 7:30 at night. By the way, that'll be it's already a tough game. That's going to be a tough venue for sure. And then we played ourselves into our third straight ACC championship game against Miami this year. A lot of interest in that game for sure. But as we go back to the Clemson Citadel game, I was doing a little research. Now, Tim Bray, y'all probably know who he is. That's kind of our Hall of Fame sports information director. And boy, he's got stats for everything. So I found out a lot about this game. First of all, Clemson and Citadel played 38 times. The first game was in 1909. So that was a few years ago. Coach, what was the score of that one, by the way? They played in 1909. Now catch this, though. Here's a little bit of trivia for you. I'm sure you didn't know this. The Citadel's first win was in 1960. And they beat Clemson 3-0 in Orangeburg, South Carolina. So how about that? They played in Orangeburg. Now, I did have to call Tim and say, Tim, tell me about this, because this was in Orangeburg, another game was here, another game was there. And then he reminded me back in those days, you didn't have the highways, interstate, and all the stuff that we have now. And so there was a lot of neutral site games. So for Citadel to come to Orangeburg and Clemson to come from there to here, it was kind of a neutral site game. But I said, well, I got to mention that since I'm going to be in Orangeburg. A lot of offense in that game, wasn't there? 3-0. And kind of like, I mean, we're winning, Coach, and they're still not happy with our offense. You know what I mean? So a little bit about our season or some of our players here. I mentioned some things. I don't want to forget to mention Albert Huggins, who got one of his first starts last week against Florida State. Had probably his best game. Made a ton of plays for us. Just getting better and better and better each week. And he's another one of the products from this community and the schools here. We've had so many great ones out of Orangeburg and the surrounding areas, and Bamberg, and you name it, Lake Marion, just all over this area. So it's great high school football, great high school coaches here tonight, and some of the top in our state. So we love to recruit this area, and Albert is doing great right now. He's probably one of the most popular players on our team. Got that big personality that hardly will fit in this room. And we're just very pleased with where he is right now. Got a lot of football ahead of him, especially probably with the exit of some of our defensive linemen this year. But he certainly played extremely well this year and last week against FSU. Ramsey was here, wasn't he? I said the only good thing about the Spiers was Ashley. That was their daughter. She's so good, we hired her in the athletic department. But Will has done a tremendous job. You know, he's punted for a great average, but more importantly, like the Florida State game, I think he had 4 kicks that were down around the 10 or inside the 20 for sure. So he's not scared to lay that thing up. And you know, a lot of them guys won't average. They're going to kick him in the end zone and say, well, I just missed it, Coach, you know. Not Will, but he's a great kid to go with it. We're just really proud of him. In spring ball, he was spraying those things all over the place, you know. You had to just kind of watch out when he was kicking. It was kind of like the cross-side, you know, javelin throw. He couldn't throw it that far, but he sure kept the crowd's attention. But Will's done a fabulous job. I'm glad you mentioned that, because if Bill, his dad, y'all know that story and his legacy in Major League Baseball, but didn't finish his degree at Clemson. And so he came back and spent about a year and a half going to class. We got a great class checker, by the way, because he's there most of the time. But that's a wonderful family. I'm glad you mentioned that about Will, Coach. Current senior players. Every year, Coach.